Welcome into the Eye on the League podcast, the podcast version of rice cakes. Airy, bland, and has the consistency of packing peanuts. Sure, you'll listen to this while you're here, but you'll likely wonder why you didn't just listen to literally anything else. Let's hit it. Highest score of the week. The mystery team of the week has come through with a very impressive 205.28 points in Week 9 to capture the highest score of the week prize. Congratulations, you are $5 richer today or whenever I get around to paying everyone for their weekly prizes. In the Biggest Loser contest, the Watmen had the most points in a loss for the third time this season. However, they didn't score enough to unseat the leader in the clubhouse, Mystery Team of the Week. Reminder, this is a $25 prize at the end of the year, and the current bar is at 176 points, so lots to play for there. Try to put up those points even if you're losing. We had a development in the league this week. The annual fire sale is underway, with Jim completely giving up on his chances for this year with an eye towards 2025. Trust the process, right? Right. Well, let's review what's gone down so far. The Purple Herbies picked up Rashad White for a 6th rounder. This is a steal for Blowout. White had 6 touches in last game with no Evans, no Godwin, or no McMillan on the field. Bucky Irvin has taken over this backfield, and the Herbies are down a 6th round pick. The Mystery Team of the Week picked up Aaron Jones for a 7th rounder. This is a solid player for the rest of the year, and he didn't have to mortgage the farm to get it done. Well done, Mystery Team. Doghouse picked up Nico Collins for rookie Xavier Legette and a 2nd round pick. The top draft pick seems a bit steep to me for a guy coming off of a major injury. Reminder, Saquon was a 2nd rounder this year, but Collins can certainly be a top 10 guy when he is right, and I like the bold play to try and secure the championship this year. The best players went to Big Day and New England Chowders. Chowders got a reinvigorated Devontae Adams for a 4th round pick, while Big Day got Amon-Ra St. Brown for his 1st round pick. Both teams gave up significant draft capital, but got studs in return. Then there's No Punt Intended. No Punt Intended picked up Kareem Hunt for a 4th round pick. Ouch. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco is projected to be back before the fantasy playoffs, and that 4th rounder will likely net Blowout a top tier player next year. So, in summary, Blowout is projected to finish the draft 6 rounds early. That's right, his last draft pick is in round 10 now, with a total of 8 draft picks in the first 4 rounds. He's going to pull together a team of starters within the first 40 guys available, and is likely going to make his team a juggernaut for next year. But who cares about next year? What does that do for this year? Blowout has effectively given away their team. And while I'm sure they're going to plug in starters, they have effectively become an auto-buy for Big Day, the Chowdas, Doghouse, the Watmen, and the Mystery Team. This should go a long way in securing playoff spots for these squads. Meanwhile, No Punt Intended, the Burliest, the Purple Herbies, and Coach Klein will not have the benefit of a second matchup against the League Tricycle. This has become a pretty regular tradition in our league, and don't hear what I'm not saying. I have no issue with everyone working to improve their teams here. I just want to clearly state what the end of the year ramifications are for those of us still trying to win a championship this year. That's right, some of us actually trying to win this league. Moving on from the bargain bin, let's move to the power rankings. I looked back at my initial power rankings and I clearly missed the mark. I mean, I had Blowout and the Watmen as contenders this year. These rankings might just be as useful as an accordion player on a deer hunt, but here we go. Doghouse, number 1. You're on a 4-game winning streak, you've got the most points in the league, and you just picked up Collins. Number 2, No Punt Intended. Put up 173 last week and consistently gets it done. I'm not personally crazy about the James Cook, Khalil Shakir Buffalo stack, but it has been working this year for sure. Number 3, Big Day. Added Amon-Ra St. Brown and has incredible Henry, Robinson, Montgomery running back trifecta. Not to mention Mike Evans when he eventually heals up. Number 4, the Mystery Team of the Week. Got fresh names every week, solid efforts, not to mention owning the number 1 waiver priority. You're currently sitting right on the playoff bubble, but you have enough points to likely overcome any tiebreakers at the end of the year. Number 5, New England Chowdas. You had a close loss to Big Day in the matchup of the week, but you're still in the 5-4 club. Number 6, Coach Klein. Tough loss last week, but the team has consistently found a way to overcome injuries this year. And man, were there injuries again this past week. Coach lost A.J. Brown and Drake London in the middle of the match and made a last-minute call to start Chubb over Eckler. That kind of was on you. I think it's safe to drop Xavier Worthy, by the way. Number 7, Burlington's Burliest. Yep, picked up a win over the Wattmen, but there's no consistency for my wide receiver position. Maybe I should have jumped at that fire sale sooner. Number 8, Purple Herbies. A win here would have vaulted the Herbies up to 5, but alas, they lost and therefore sit at 8. The Dontavian Wicks goose egg was odd. I also don't have any idea what Green Bay is doing on offense this year. And then there's our bottom tier. Coming in at number 9, the team with hope, the Wattmen. You put up a solid 155 last week, Chase has started to click, and all signs point to Christian McCaffrey coming back. Unlike your Dallas Cowboys, your season isn't over, but this is probably the last chance to start winning games with just 5 weeks to go. And then, number 10, Fire Sale. You gave up this year for next, which is understandable given your current standing. Only time will tell if it was worth it. For now, you have a reserved spot in the bottom of the power rankings. Looking at the matchups this week, 2 stand out. We've got the Purple Herbies versus the Wattmen. This is a pivotal matchup for both these teams' playoff aspirations. I noted that the Wattmen finally took Dak Prescott out of his lineup. Turns out it takes an injury to make that happen, but I think your team will be better for it. But the matchup of this week is obviously Doghouse versus No Punt Intended. I can't wait to see who claims first overall place in our league. Looking into the matchup a bit, we have a standoff between Bills players. Doghouse has Josh Allen, while No Punt has the Shakir Cook stack. Will one of these managers blink? Or will both forge ahead into a neutralizing matchup scenario? I mean, I think Doghouse is kidding, but he currently also has Coker in his starting lineup. Therefore, I'm going to go with No Punt Intended for the win here, but I can't wait to see what happens. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode of Eye on the League, where we draft dreams and drop duds. Remember, folks, it's not whether you win or lose. It's how many trades you can convince your friends to make before they realize they've been duped. Until next time, may your waiver wire be blessed, your injuries be minimal, and your bench warmers stay, well, on the bench. See ya.
Stepped into the building, changes swinging on my neck, gold rings on my fingers, something on my wrist, tucked into my waist, little semi with a clip, lip gloss at the Bombay, take a little sip like, oh, vintage sticks, little blast from the past, gold rings click when I pass in the clothes, just stepped into the building, show a little face, and I'm back on the road.